What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today, MSTR. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Okay, here we are looking at the daily time frame, and yes, yesterday we did move down. We did not move up. I thought we were going to move up. I thought it was going to be a bullish day because I thought Bitcoin also would have a bullish day. I was expecting that this move here would go all the way up clean through this. I was expecting it, pretty confidently expecting it. And instead of that, what we did was something unexpected. We pulled back here. Now, I've already, I made a video on Bitcoin recently detailing that I think we should wait to determine where we're going to go before we, decide if we're going to go higher or lower. On a 4-hour basis, we break below this line. Well, we're probably going to go down to 96 to 95K. On a 4-hour basis, if we close above this line at 104.2K, well, everything's going as planned and we are moving up higher. But I don't know. We're kind of in this decision-making point right here. There are reasons to believe that we could move up. There are reasons to believe that we could move down. So with that being said, I fully anticipate that MicroStrategy has found its low. I don't expect it to move lower, but it could. If Bitcoin were to move down to the areas that I expected to, or not expect it to, I shouldn't say I expect it to. Actually, in my video that I just made, I was saying I expect we bounce and we move higher. But if we were to move lower, the area that we would consider would be at the most a 6.8% drop. Something like that for MicroStrategy could, I don't think it would generate a drop that big. Maybe it generates a drop around here, something around 300, but not below 300, right? Below 310, but above, probably above 305 even, would be what that generates for MicroStrategy, likely, okay? I don't think that we do that personally. I think that this structure holds. That was not the best drawn line, but this structure here, these higher lows, these higher highs, I think we're at the bottom of it and we're going to move up, right? I think it's the most obvious that we are going to move up from here. And even if we move down, even though it's obvious that we're going to move up, even if I'm wrong, and I'm obviously wrong, we would still move up from there too, you guys. It's not going to be this long-lived just downtrend of death. We're about to overcome it. We're about to move back up, okay? And I do still fully anticipate that by the end of this week, we will be above these highs at 404, yet below these highs here, but at 445. We could be higher, but I'm assuming we'll be between about, probably around 420 is what I'm thinking. Give or take $5 either way. Looking at the daily RSI here, daily RSI is lower. We've got a lower low in the RSI while maintaining higher lows in the price. That's hidden bullish divergence. That's a good thing. Pair that with the fact that you've got bullish convergence right here, higher highs with higher highs. That's all good stuff, man. This is a productive price action alongside with productive RSI action as well, okay? If we're looking at the relative high to a low on a fib basis, high to low here, we're pulling back to the 236. Not the most common area to go to from your 0.5, but that's a nice area. That's kind of like your end-all, be-all. You break below this, and you likely do see lower prices than that, or at the very best, a double bottom, right? Something like that. So the 236 it's kind of like the anti-886, right? And then they're both at the ends of their fib ranges, so it makes sense. But the 886 holds you back from seeing new relative highs. The 236 holds you back from seeing new relative lows, right? And that's, again, pretty intuitive because it's kind of the last fib level before your lower lows, kind of the last fib level here before your higher highs. So I do anticipate we bounce here. If we get any day to close above $364.60, we get tomorrow, the next day, any day to close above $364.60. That would likely cement this as a low and also suggest that we are going to take out this high. The next given target would be the golden ratio, which is also right here in this upper area of resistance right there. Something between 424 and 444 is likely where we're going to go. At this trajectory, similar to what we've seen so far, it could be by the end of this week. It could be by Friday that we're there. If not, very early next week, I would anticipate we're there. Of course, that all could change if tomorrow we go to the downside because of Bitcoin here. However, I do assume Bitcoin's going to move up. I think that close right there at the 382, right here at previous areas of support, had a purpose. I think the 4-hour looks rather ugly right now, but all it takes is this, and then it doesn't look so ugly anymore. You're breaking out of this downtrend. All it takes is just a little pop, just a little. You don't even need Bitcoin to be above these highs. You just need it to be above like another $500, another $400, something like that. It would probably break you out of this range on the 4-hour, and that would give you a higher low here, bouncing off your 382, bouncing off of areas of support, and then getting above your 236, cementing that as your low, and you're going higher, right? All good things, which would likely trigger a bounce from MicroStrategy as well. and for the rest of the markets, right? That's kind of my assumption. Let's look at the 1 hour time frame here. The 1 hour kind of suggests you could go lower to start the day, so be aware of that. But again, I'm not anticipating you go below this low. I do want to make it clear that if you go below this low, you likely won't stop until you're around like 280. Okay. No. I'm remembering now. It could be around 300, right? You could find support at 300, if not 285. Okay. But likely you don't go below this low. That's kind of my expectation. The 1 hour time frame, you already got oversold. You're pretty oversold here. That's the most oversold you've been, bro. Look at that. That's the most oversold you've been since August. What'd you do back in August? I remember. You bottomed, didn't you? Didn't you? Yeah. Lowest you ever were in your RSI was down here. That was your bottom, right? You moved up rather immediately, and then sideways, and then up, and then down, and then up, whatever. The last time you were this low was all the way down here on a 1 hour basis too, right? Last time you were this low. I don't know, guys. I don't think you go lower than that low personally. I don't think you do. I think that was it. I think you're moving up higher. I got nothing else for you. If you like the video, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Absolutely $1,000 is still on the table. Absolutely it is. We're going to 1K by the end of February. All right. If not by the end of February, the middle of March at the latest. And the only way that those targets change is by the very traditional way, which is that we do nothing. We're boring for another week. Then it'll get pushed back another week, right? Isn't it funny how that's just kind of how it happens, where throughout this whole range, I've been calling for the same exact price, and as it goes from the 31st of December to the 29th of January, isn't it funny how the expectation goes from being at the end of January that we're at $1,000 to the end of February, beginning of March that we're isn't it funny how if you're moving sideways and you call for the same target and you're just moving sideways, wouldn't it make sense that the target gets pushed back in a time frame? Some people have a hard time wrapping their heads around that. You know, I don't know why, but you know, use your brains, guys. Anyways, hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.